All right, guys, so today we're checking out a very interesting pair of headphones. And the pair that we're gonna check out are the HiFiMAN Deva Pros. Now this pair does come in at 329 bucks. And why I consider these to be interesting is actually a number of things. One, just the headphones themselves. It's an open back pair of headphones that's using the planar magnetic drivers. And HiFiMAN is even using their stealth magnet design that they're using in a lot of their other higher end headphones, like the Arias, which come in at 1,600 bucks. And they even use them in basically their flagship Susvara headphones, which come in at $6,000. So to get this type of technology in a price range this low is already interesting. They're also pairing it with the super nano diaphragm that they have. And basically it's giving it a very full-bodied sound that is also staying fast and clean. And we'll talk about that once we get to the audio. But the other thing that makes this pair interesting is the Bluetooth dongle that comes with these. Now this is the Blue Mini R2R that HiFiMAN has specifically designed for these headphones. It just plugs in the left ear cup using the 3.5mm connection. And what it's doing is it's giving you Bluetooth 5.0. It's using Qualcomm's 5124 chip, and that's also giving you LDAC playback, aptX HD, aptX, AAC, and SBC. So you're getting high-end Bluetooth codec playback with this pair. And I also noticed just using these throughout my testing, there's no lag with movies, videos, and there is a slight lag with gaming if you're gonna use these on your mobile device. And I also noticed a lag while using these with my Windows 11 PC, but that could be more of a Windows 11 problem. Now the Bluetooth dongle, as far as your Bluetooth controls, it really doesn't give you any. You only have the ability to play and pause your music. So I really wish they would have incorporated being able to skip tracks or turn your volume up and down. So it is very limited when it comes to controls. But also while using the Bluetooth dongle, you're only going to get about 8 hours on a full charge. And that kind of depends on how loud you listen to them. If you listen to them pretty loud, you're only going to get around 7 hours. And if you compare battery life to these to like the Sony or Bose or some of the other more like consumer friendly wireless headphones, the battery life sucks on the HiFiMAN, but I don't really think they're aimed at the same market. I honestly don't even think that I would ever use these in public, because with these being an open back pair of headphones, whatever you're listening to, everybody around you is gonna hear absolutely every single detail of it. I mean, it's not trying to keep any of it closed in. So obviously, I really don't think this is a use in public type of headphone. And another trick that the Bluetooth receiver has up its sleeve is you can actually use the included USB-C cable to plug into it, and then plug the other end into a laptop or anything that just uses a regular USB port, and then it becomes kind of like a portable USB DAC amp. So you basically have your own portable DAC at all times as long as you're using a USB-C cable. And in fact, if you have a USB-C to USB-C cable, you can plug it into certain Android phones and it doubles as an amplifier for those as well. And again, that is something that's pretty impressive because some people pay quite a bit of money to get this quality just on amps alone. Now, as far as using the headphones wired, they do include a 3.5mm cable in the box. Now it does split off where you plug into each ear cup, but they also include a 1/4" adapter. That way, if you need to plug these into an amp that uses that 1/4" plug-in, it is nice that they include that in the box. So really, this is a very versatile pair of headphones because yeah, you could sit here at the desktop and just plug it into whatever amp you have there. But being able to use these just normal wired plugged into your phone, if it happens to have a headphone jack or a Nintendo Switch or your gaming controller, that is also a huge plus. But being able to just slap on that Bluetooth dongle and just kind of move around, maybe in your office or the house or even outside, but still in your yard, don't go around other people. It's just nice to have that versatility. Now this pair, as far as using it wired, it does come in rated at 18 ohms, so it doesn't really take a whole lot to power these. You'll be able to get plenty of volume just plugging it straight into whatever device you're using. So that's a huge plus, especially if you're somebody that doesn't always have a portable DAC amp or whatever around you. Now, as far as the design of the headphones themselves, obviously with them being an open back pair, they are a very large pair of headphones. Most of it is an all plastic build, although they do have metal grills on the outside. Now, this is what allows them to breathe, and this is what allows them to have that open back sound. Now, the headband is very thick, and it is a leather-like material, where the ear pads on these is a mixture between leather and velvet. So it's actually velvet that's touching your ears or actually sitting around your ears, where the outside of the ear cups have that leather material. And it's a very soft feeling headphone. It is extremely light, although it doesn't look like it if you just look at the headphones themselves. So it's easy to wear this pair for a long time without it getting uncomfortable. Now, I do want to point out the all plastic build. If you sit there and shift them around and twist them, you will hear that plasticky, creaky sound that you hear on a lot of headphones that have that all plastic build. And that's just kind of annoying to me. If you're somebody that shifts your headphones around quite a bit, even if you're listening to music, you are going to hear this sound because of the headphones themselves being open back. So that's just something that I wanted to point out. The headphones themselves does not have a microphone, but if you are using the Bluetooth dongle, there is a mic located on there. And I think they did a very good job with being able to pick up my voice. Now, I don't think this is one of the best mics that I've heard, but it is definitely far from one of the worst mics that I've heard as well. But you guys can be a judge by listening to a test here. So here is a mic test using the Bluetooth dongle. And like I said, I feel like it picks up my voice very well. I feel like you could hear things cleanly. So this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call. And so now here's the mic test with the crowd noise being played, which you can hear here. And so this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call in public, which I don't recommend. So now let's talk about the sound, because yes, obviously this is considered an audiophile grade open back pair of headphones, but this isn't what I would say is a reference style headphone. I don't think they tried to keep this at like a flat sound signature. You can tell that they boosted the lows, and they definitely boosted the treble in this pair, but it really does give it a full-bodied sound because the bass on these has that nice quick punch to it. In fact, the bass actually picks up sub bass really well. So it's giving you a natural sounding bass where other headphones are trying to give you that artificial subwoofer type feel. This pair being able to pick up sub bass and give you that tight impact, it just keeps things sounding really clean. It's not allowing the bass to just kind of roll over everything. And the treble on this pair, I think, is done really well. They kept it from being harsh while at the same time definitely making it bright and detailed. I mean, you have no issue with hearing subtle sounds. Even listening to metal, I'm hearing the crash of cymbals really cleanly. And so I honestly think this is a very detailed headphone overall, and that also kind of plays in with the mids. Now, I don't feel like they pushed the mids forward where it's like right there in front of your face, but they made it where you can hear subtle things in the mids. You can hear subtle things in vocalists, just the characteristics of acoustic instruments, and it's just bringing out a lot of details while leaving it sounding like the band and the singer is on stage. So some headphones, if they try to push the mids a little too forward, it sounds like the singer's right there in front of you and the band is further back behind them, where this just kind of makes it seem like the singer is up there with the band. So it's giving it a very spacious sound. This is a very open sounding headphone, obviously with it being open back, but it does a really good job of separating instruments. And I'm very impressed with this pair, whether I'm using it in wired or wireless mode. So really my overall opinion is this: if you're just looking to just getting into audiophile type equipment, this is an excellent starter package coming in at $329, because if you look at audiophile headphones, obviously they can get way more expensive than that. And a lot of DAC amps get very pricey as well. So for $329, you're getting an open back planar magnetic headphone where HiFiMAN is using the same technology they use in a lot of their higher tier headphones, but you're also getting the ability to use these in all different kind of ways. I mean, you have wired mode with that 1/4" adapter where you can plug it into a lot of DAC amps. You just have the normal 3.5mm plug-in to just plug it in whatever you want to. But having that Bluetooth dongle just opens up a lot more versatility that a lot of other audiophile grade headphones don't. But also being able to use that portable Bluetooth dongle as its own DAC amp, I just really think it's hard to beat this package deal coming in at the price tag that it does. But do keep in mind that this isn't your normal just use in public type of wireless headphone. And also keep in mind that the battery life is very, very low in comparison to a lot of other consumer style wireless headphones. So if you can look past those things, I think it is going to be very hard to beat sound quality wise in this price range. I mean, it pretty much destroys all of the other consumer style headphones, but these are a lot different than those type of headphones anyway. But guys, that's my video on the HiFiMAN Deva Pros. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.